Hey everyone, my name's Adam Archer, and today we're going to be showing a rescue knife with some unique features. This particular knife is made by Smith & Wesson Knives as part of their First Response series. The particular knife model is the SW911, which is a discontinued knife, but they do have some SW911s in, I think it's like an A and a B, which is the updated version that is spring assisted with a different shaped handle. It is designed by Blackie Collins and manufactured by Taylor Brands LLC, which I believe all of Smith & Wesson knives are currently manufactured by Taylor Brands, and it's officially licensee of Smith & Wesson Corp. Now, I know you guys don't really care about the box, but I did have to go through those boring things. Let's take a look at the sheath, and then we'll get to the interesting part, which is the knife. So the sheath that comes with this is actually pretty decent. It is made out of nylon, has a sparkly logo, which is a little bit weird. It's made up of tiny sparkles. I don't know if the camera's catching that well. It looks like a solid color on the camera to me, but it says Smith & Wesson and then USA. This is not a USA made knife though. I believe that's just part of the name. On the back you have both a belt clip and a belt loop, so however you want to carry this knife you can, although the knife itself does have a pocket clip, so you don't really exactly need either of those. Velcro closure on the sheath. So let's put that off to the side and take a look at the knife. Now, I normally don't show rescue knives on this channel, but I do own quite a few. So let's throw some of those in the background. We have the Camillus Cuda rescue knife. We have the Benchmade Striker rescue. We have the Spyderco rescue and the Spyderco rescue assist. So we'll take a look at how this, some of the features on this differ from my other rescue knives. I'll just push those to the side a little bit more. So, first off, the handle material on this is Grivery, which is a mixture of plastic and glass. So they take 60% glass by weight and mix it with plastic. That strengthens the plastic as well as makes it a little bit more durable, is more wear resistant. So that glass does add a decent amount of strength. On the handle, you have Smith & Wesson USA. It is not made in the USA, though, as well as you have some texturing on the handle to give it some grip. On the back, you do not have any jimping at all, but you do get a little bit of insight into one of the unique features on this knife. Let's jump into that unique feature right now, and it is a Tungsten Carbide punch or window breaker. So one of the things that I really like about this knife, and the reason I purchased it, is due to this one feature. You simply flip this switch up and it spring loads, or it fires using a spring, this Tungsten Carbide punch. The Tungsten Carbide punch can also be locked in the open position, so it does not retract. So if you're wanting to break glass by either hitting it with basically your arm using that force, or if you're wanting to load it and simply push this against a window and break it open, you can do that. And that's what I really like about this knife. With a majority of window breakers, you actually have to use that motion where you're breaking it, and your hand may end up going through that window and cutting it if you're not wearing really good gloves. Such as with this Spyderco Rescue Assist, you do have that window punch that you get when you push the blade in, but you actually have to hit it while your hand's going in motion, versus you can simply push this against the window and it busts it out with that spring pressure. So very cool feature, really like that. And then of course you can lock it open. So that is the reason I purchased this knife in particular. Going back to the handle, you do have a pocket clip. This is tip down, right hand carry only. And you do have a decent amount sticking out of your pocket. This is a rescue knife, so I guess you're not too worried about it being super concealed. Going to the blade, It actually uses 440C, which is a decent blade steel. No complaints there. The price of this knife, let's see what I had written down. I don't have what it originally was, but you can get the current versions for around $40 to $50, and those come spring assisted, and they will either come with this rescue style blade or a tanto, which is kind of neat. So let's wipe this blade off so you can see it. Of course, it does have the warning, use with gloves and safety glasses, and then the US patent number. Of course, if you are going to be using this as a rescue blade, if you're going to be breaking windows, you don't want the glass to get either in your hands or in your eyes. It is slightly reduced with that being a spring-loaded, so you're not using swinging your hand into the window. It does create a little bit of safety there. It does have thumb studs on both sides, although it does not have the pocket clip on both sides, but you can kind of use your thumb to flick that other thumb stud anyway. So if you're wanting to do that, I mean, not your thumb, your middle finger, you can kind of do that spidey flick or whatever. One of the other features that makes this knife very neat is those huge scalloped serrations. Scalloped serrations are my absolute favorite type of serration if I have to have serrations. And with rescue knives, you do need serrations. You're going to be either cutting clothing or seat belts or something like that. So serrations are a must and are basically a standard feature on all rescue knives. So you can see the Camillus Cuda rescue knife, you have the Spyderco rescue, the Benchmade Striker rescue, as well as the Spyderco Assist rescue. They all feature serrations. Although the only one that really, or this is the only one that actually features scalloped. This is kind of a, no, these slightly scalloped, they're just so small. You can see there on the Camillus Cuda. I'm gonna have to make a video on the Camillus Cuda. It's the Cuda 3, I believe. And then I've already made a video on the Benchmade Rescue Striker, although I'd sold my Rescue Striker and then bought it back, or bought a different one, because I love the Benchmade Striker series so much. So back to this knife, you have the another feature of the knife is this screwdriver tip, although I don't know how much I trust screwdriver tips, maybe a little bit for prying and that type of stuff, but with this being a liner lock, if you're really going to be using that, that may end up bending that very thin liner lock and breaking on you. So I almost recommend maybe some light prying or light screwdriver using if you have to, but I'd tend to use this solely for those scalloped serrations on that blade. Of course, that is a blunted tip, so if you're needing to get under a safety belt or something, you don't have to worry about accidentally cutting somebody, because that will not injure them at all. It is a little bit painful if you kind of dig into your hand like that, but no chance on cutting somebody. So there you go, that is the Smith & Wesson SW911. Wanted to go through that rather quickly. Let's see, anything that I've left out that's on my list. Blade thickness is 0.125, which I'm sure you guys don't really care about, but that's everything that's on my list to show or to talk about. So hopefully you enjoyed. Just wanted to get through or show this knife off and its interesting features in a quick video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.